Hello and welcome back to Leeds for the final time in this first season. Title has gone all the way to the final day of the season. Somehow Manchester City have lost the lead they had all year, and it's now 1 point. Considering their goal difference was 75 when they had 74 points, the fact that they've only gone up 2 goal difference in the next 13 points they've gathered is a little weird. They have very much gone off the boil towards the end of this season, and now this last game matters for them. So we're playing a Manchester City team who need to win a game. Meanwhile, we're 7th because we've had a run of form which has involved winning, losing and drawing in vaguely equal measure. We bowled a 3-0 lead, 2-0 lead and a 3-1 lead against Leicester because Patson Daka decided to be incredible. Although the third goal was nonsense. We had a bit of nonsense in the Man United game where Gagliardini was sent off because Bruno Fernandes dived according to the text. And we also had a sending off in the last minute because Sinisterra tripped a man in the final minute, and for that, they decided to send a player off. Wasn't in on goal, just in the middle of the park. No need for a second yellow there, but apparently the referee thought so. Otherwise, 4-0 against Brighton. We can't do consistency. Clean sheet, though. We've not had one of those very often. One against Bournemouth, one against Brentford recently, of course. You saw that last time out. But yeah, clean sheets have been... Oh, God, I've just realised how far between they were. A clean sheet in the league. The last one was when we had a weird patch of actual clean sheets. October. We didn't have a clean sheet in the league between October and April. Well then, this isn't going to go well. Oh yeah, and Jack Harrison's injured for this. Good news, of course, is we do have Sinisterra back though. I was tempted to use Liam Cooper in this final game because his average ratings this year have been quite good and I have sort of ignored them. And Pascal Strikes haven't been quite so, but he's got himself injured, so that's nice, I guess. And apparently now they don't play well together. I'm switching him back to ball players because, sure, they give away the ball regardless whether or not they are ball playing or not. So, never mind. Melier, Platnart, Strikes, Sotalo, Dallas, Rocker and Adams, Andre Santos, who has done quite well, really. Sinisterra, Espria, Bamford up front, who scored a few again lately, up to 18 goals. Platnart's now in double digits for assists. He's up to 11 assists, all things considered. I'd still like more for him, but we'll take 11, I guess. I love how 2 wins, 2 losses and a draw is inconsistent, but 1 win and 2 losses and 2 draws is fair. I'd argue inconsistent sounds worse than fair. Yeah, they are absolutely bottling this title. They've had 2 points in the last 4 games. They lost to Fulham. That wasn't one of their recent games, actually. They lost to Fulham. They lost to Newcastle. They just lost to Man United in the last game. That can't have been nice for them. And now they play Leeds, who Erling Haaland might take sympathy on, but I imagine he won't do today. Liverpool plays Spurs. Forest are already relegated. Everton are already relegated. Spurious nicked the ball off of Kanji there. I keep forgetting Akanji's at Man City because that's a signing they absolutely didn't need, really. And there's Erling Haaland. Melier's kicked it straight through to Bamford, actually. Although Rocker's decided to stop entirely. It's like he just shut down. Newcastle have scored. That's good news for them. They do need to get a result, I think, to get top 4. I think a draw will do them. I think Arsenal were 3 points behind already. Got stopped by Melier there. I want to see the table again because I've forgotten what Newcastle's situation is. And I think actually 17th, 18th might be on offer still as well. Who goes down, who stays up. In a very similar situation to what Leeds were in last year. Now, you can't see the points behind my head and I'm not going to remove them, but Bournemouth and Brighton are both on... Oh God, I will move out of the way. Because Brentford, Bournemouth and Brighton are all on 34 points. It's goal difference, so Brighton need a result, basically. Brighton have slipped into that. They play Man United. Oh dear. And meanwhile, we're rooting for Brentford because Aston Villa play them and they do actually have a chance to go ahead of us into 7th. I may have said I didn't want European football, but I would possibly accept the Conference League because I think that would be enough of a level that would allow us to rotate to a degree if we recruit well. But yeah, Newcastle are winning already. Arsenal are not winning yet, so actually, Newcastle do need a win here. And there's a highlight immediately as I resume, as Dallas throws it to the Manchester City defence. How considerate of him. I'm not going to lie, if you notice there's a little bit of irritation in my tone, you can probably understand from a few of those recent incidents. That was delightful, says the text. Sure. Melier doesn't even make an attempt for the ball there, he just runs past Grealish. Who do you think he is, Almiron? Shout out to Almiron, by the way, in real life. What a season he's having. Wait, I just realised Grealish has started a game. What's happening here? What's happened to their players? Who would normally start? Sorry, Silver on the wide, maybe. Oh, Kyle Walker's been injured. They've not taken him off, though. Well, it's half-time, and it's respectable, at least. But I'm still going to tell them they're terrible. To fire them up. Oh, a media highlight, and they have taken Kyle Walker off for Ake. I can only presume they put Ake on the left and Castagna on the right. It does look like Ake's on the left. Grealish, not intercepted. De Bruyne, out to Foden. Switch to side. Platnart's nicked the ball off him. Heavy touch? Not yet. Andre Santos intercepted this great, by the way. He's hit the post. I guess that's what that was. I mean, he couldn't do anything but hit the post from there, but he's hit the post. Okay. Bournemouth are winning. They were one of the three in the relegation trio, I think. Were they not? Andre Santos. Still going. Still going. Still going. Kanji's tripped him up inside the box. I think that was in, but I'm not relying on the match engine to have accurately placed him in the correct spot. The tackle happened inside the box in the match engine, but it's deemed it to be there. Platinart, are you going to go for it from there? No, you've gone back post. That was... Should have had a shot there. Marvin. Grealish. Back to Ake. That's Che Adams. Che Adams on the mind. He was recently flagged as the worst attacking player in the league. So, shout out to Che Adams. Grealish is in again. Ball over the top. Still the worst problem with the game. I say worst problem. No, the worst problem is the woeful passing. Then the second worst problem is the heavy touches. And then this is the third worst problem. Balls over the top. And the inability for defenders to defend. Just full stop. Bournemouth winning 2-0. I will just double check what that's doing for the bottom. Indeed, Bournemouth are now up to 14th and Brentford are going down. Oh, because Aston Villa have scored. Aston Villa have just scored. Brentford, I need you to do things. A, I don't want you to go down, and B, although you would go down at the expense of Brighton, who I also don't want to go down. I don't really... Like, Bournemouth, I wouldn't mind. Southampton, wouldn't mind. But, Brentford have equalised. They're out of the bottom three. We shouldn't really be paying attention to that match, frankly, because that's the one that's deciding our fate. We're inevitably losing this one. I had no illusions we were going to win it or get anything out of it. A draw might have seen us ahead on goal difference because we did have a few high-scoring games. I don't know, though. I'm not confident because we had a few high-scoring losses as well. Foden. No, I thought that was about to be a penalty, not penalty question mark, but no, fine. Just a blazing chance for them. Yeah, our goal difference is better than Aston Villa's. Ivan Toney. Oh, in fairness, he's just saved himself from being on my radar as a result there. Dallas has had a shocker. Satala's had a shocker. Drame's on just because. Bamford for Makoko. Harrison's injured, isn't he? So Magno's on the wrong side, but we'll take it. Rocker's having a bad one as well. Gagliardini on. I mean, let's be real. No one's having a good one. Might as well give a few people a run out. Stones intercepts the ball. That was slightly too heavy. Again, Porter just walks around Drame. Oh no, Adams that was. I think he went around. Oh no, that's Adams who's given away a penalty. Let's just check Ricardo Horta's attributes. See if he's any good at A, dribbling, and B, pace. Bournemouth, I think, are losing. They were 2-0 up. Hat-trick for Grealish, who's actually scored 17 goals in this fictional world. It's a penalty. We won't rewatch it. Yep, Leicester have scored 3 goals. Bournemouth are now going down, I imagine. They are. Well, I can't accept a 5.9. Robbie Koch is coming on. I never substitute defenders, but I have to do it. We kind of need to not concede anymore as well, though I don't think it really matters that much because I don't think there's a situation where both ourselves and Aston Villa end up on the same points. Strike at the back post. Gagliardini gets in the way of that going in, I think. Well, we get to watch Manchester City win the Premier League. I mean, it's lovely that we're here for it, but there's Leeds boy Erling Haaland. Is he the one accepting it? No, he's got to be the one on the back, surely. That's got to be Erling on the left. They're the only 2 blonde ones, so who's raising that? Number 12 did their cartwheel. We'll just note that. Oh, I couldn't see post-match because of... Well, it doesn't matter now. I clicked the one that my assistant manager said to click, so that was not great. I did want to check. We did finish 7th in the end, thank God. 3 teams ended on 56 and 1 on 57. Oh, Bournemouth equalised. Brighton went down. Oh no! 91st minute. Where is he? Down here. Porter's 4 stars in this year's game compared to our squad. He's been improved, I think, this year. Does have 15 pace and 16 acceleration and 16 dribbling, so he's actually not bad. All right. Not too mad about what he did in that game then, because it seemed ridiculous. And it does indeed go to the league because FA Cup's not being given out yet. The FA Cup's between Chelsea and Manchester City, and Chelsea aren't in the top 6. Our European place is not guaranteed. Erling Haaland's top of that one with Shamanga, because of course, Erling Haaland didn't score in that final game and remains on 49 goals. He scored 2 goals in the last 10 game weeks, I think, somehow. And his rating went from 8.26 to under 8. What a poor season he's had. Couldn't say that with a straight face, really. I don't think Liverpool drew in the end, I think. Yeah, they did. We kind of need to click through to the FA Cup, thinking about it. And I just realised I spent the rest of that game on the left. I suppose it worked out because you needed to see the league table during that game. But anyway, 27 million for finishing. I feel like that's lower than last year. 1.9 million to share out, and we receive money. It was tactical. We lost on purpose. I should have remembered that. We get 1 million because they won because they beat us. I mean, drawing would have done it as well, in fairness, but because Liverpool drew. But they didn't know Liverpool was going to draw, so we lost on purpose. I'll have no accusations of match fixing. Thank you. We still finished 7th, luckily, And we get $1 million because Man City, that was the best case scenario. Except for Brighton going down, really. I suppose that's another team we can raid. I'm pretty certain Brighton got relegated in my last save. And if Rafinha plays one more game for Barcelona, that's another 500 grand. Thank you very much. All the money's rolling in now. And end of season review, which is technically not a review until the FA Cup happens because we don't know what's going on with the European space. But never mind. Mokoko, the only person to have actually done anything good, apparently. Outright good. We'll loan him back, thank you. Magno did well. Asprilla did well. I mean, the wingers have done well there. 6.99, 6.97. Satalo overall did well with a 6.97. Platinum got himself sorted out in the end and got a 6.95, which for fullback, not bad. Still seems to be vaguely problematic. 6.93 for... I mean, a lot of them in the 6.9s. Nathan Phillips played one game and got 6.9. And then we're starting to get the ones who not so much. Oh dear. Some of you. You see what I mean about central midfielder attack, though? Aronson, 6.77. Santos did better. Santos got 5 goals from midfield in half a season. That's not bad. Sorry. We need to show you a different goal in this episode. It's the goal I wanted to show you last time and then forgot. Because that is not my goal of the season. Although we will watch it because I have forgotten it. If it allows you to watch it anymore, it doesn't appear to allow you to watch it anymore. Directly from this page anyway. Everything's up because it's not applicable from before now. And that's apparently our best 11, which... for once, I actually agree with. I have no qualms with any of those. Stuart Dallas a right back, I guess, only playing 16 games, but sure, probably the best performer in that role. Marvin ended up with 11 assists, by the way. Jack Harrison with 14 goals, kind of the one standout of the first 11. And our player of the season as a result. Asprilla, young player. Andre Santos, the signing of the season. Goal of the season, I disagree with. And Melee, in the entirety of the season, 7 clean sheets. Ironically, a record because it doesn't track that before now. Profile update. More family, less core. And 9,000 more social media followers, apparently, which is happening on Steam. And we'll just accept whatever Current Vision says. Let's say the world in the end. Oh god, that's pressure. Develop the best youth system in the world. Sorry, I needed that more Clarkson. In the world. There we go. What do they want next season, by the way? What's the actual demand established? Is that mid-season? Mid-table? Is that mid-table? Not top half. I think that's stay up comfortably. It is. There we are. And once again, if you're new to the game, for the end of season team meeting, say what the club vision is for next year. That's the thing to say. Doesn't matter what you want, say what the club vision is, you get the good response. Oh, we will go to Singapore, China, Scotland, South Africa. We'll go to the USA. Build a profile in the USA. That's kind of the point. Singapore? We've got no connections to Singapore. But we do have 3 American players. All our players literally declared for America this year. We kind of need to go there. We have the 3rd highest goal scored and the 7th highest goals conceded. But we do need to click through to the FA Cup final to find out what's going on with our next season. Bit premature on those, Andrea. We don't know what competition we're in yet. You're supposed to do that when we know we're in Europe or not. But 50 million is twice what I had last year. Although I don't think that wage bill's any higher. I think we're already on 1.5 million. So, once you've given me 50, that's a bit cheeky. Niakate already in talks with Lyon and Aston Villa. Oh, look, they're suddenly interested. His price is still annoyingly high, but... Hello, Dominic. Hello. Oh, he had a relegation release clause. Tyler Roberts got Sky Bets. Wow, okay. So the young player of the year in the championship is joining us on a free. I forgot he was joining us. We don't need a striker. Tyler Roberts is returning as the top goal scorer of the championship. Why are they already making things... I need to know if we're in Europe or not before I make any deals. Norwich got promoted. I'm a little bit annoyed that other teams are already making transfer deals because I don't know what I'm building for yet. Let me get to the FA Cup final and let me know if Chelsea win it or not. I hope they don't, or I hope they do. Either way, it's something to build for. I love how after the end of the season I've gone down to very secure. Right then, FA Cup final, simulate it. Let me know what's happening next year. Man City win, we're in Europe. I mean, I was expecting them to because Chelsea have not had a good season, but they could have salvaged it there. And I can never put it past FM to annoy you in that way. So Conference League it is. I think we might be all right with that. Right then, I don't think there's anything more to talk about. So there's one last thing I want to check. Now, we've sort of already looked at, top goal scorers, Haaland 49, in our own squad, Bamford 18 and all that. Does end him up 5th, actually. So he would have been great in fantasy football, along with Jack Harrison with 14 goals there. Well, there's one thing I do want to check overall. There's no point actually checking like assists, because I think at least 4 of the ones for Platinum were not in the league, so they're not going to be on that list regardless. I want to check chances created. 27 for Sinistera, 22 for Harrison. I'm actually surprised that Marvin Platinum's not on that list. He is 2nd in key passes. 129 key passes, 8 assists. He has a cross completion rate of 29%. Methinks we need to work a little bit on chance conversion. Andrew Robertson, he had 5 assists from 111 key passes. That's even worse. Along with Damsgaard's 5 in 121. Who were they passing to? Liverpool was second. How's he only got 5 assists? Oh well, next season's fairly obvious. Get some quality in. Get some quality in wherever we can get it, quite frankly. That's where we're at. Basically, replace any players in this region that don't have potential with players that are better than them. There's a lot of places where we can do that. Daniel James has already returned from loan. I've just realised quite a lot of them have, in fact. Yeah, so basically, sell what assets we can, build the team for next year that can compete on 2 fronts, at the very least on rotation in Europe. Because it is the conference, we might be able to get away with it a little bit. Thank you for joining me, though, for this season. Once again, apologies for the slight break earlier in the week, but next season onwards should be back to normal, hopefully, fingers crossed. If you would like to follow me on Twitter, then you will get any updates in that respect over there. It's well worth doing, because that way you're always in the loop. If you haven't done so already, like, comment, subscribe on this video, because it always helps the algorithm and things like that. Until next time, ta-ra, until next season.